Hey and welcome to a new video with a different background. I know I just didn't want to clean up. I hope you guys doing well. Today we're gonna compare this little guy with this little guy. I'm not talking too much. I think it's gonna be long, but I also thought Snow White is going to be long, so what do I know? So grab something to drink, something to eat, get comfortable and let's dive in. Like in my Snow White comparison video, we will compare the two films based on these key points. But before we start, there are two important things I'd like to say. Everyone can have their opinion. You can like this version or this one. The important thing is you like this one. Just kidding. The important thing is we accept it and be nice.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
And the second important thing is, for those who have no clue what's going on with Pinocchio, this is for you. In the story of Pinocchio, it's about a little wooden boy who is brought to life. He dreams of becoming a real boy, but first he has to learn to tell the difference between good and evil, and along the way he gets into many adventures. But Pinocchio doesn't have to face all of this alone, because he has a little cricket who also serves as his conscience. Let's start with the first question. How similar are the scenes? The movie follows the animation closely in structure, but we do have changes like the blue fairy bringing Pinocchio to life. Here the blue fairy shows up later and we also get Geppetto's son's picture. That makes me wonder, is Pinocchio a reincarnation of Geppetto's son? Because that would actually make the ending make sense. And here's the second change. In the animated film, Pinocchio becomes a real boy. In the remake, he doesn't.
People say he was transformed into an honest-to-goodness real boy. Did that actually happen? Who knows?
And since good things come in three, it's a saying in Germany.
Drei.
We've got another change, how Pinocchio ends up in the theater. In the animated version, he just goes along with them, even after Jiminy's speech.
On to the theater!
Bye, Jiminy! Bye!
But in the remake, Pinocchio actually goes to school after Jiminy's speech, but then he gets kicked out because the teacher says,
School is for real children, not the ridiculous puppets. Puppies belong in a puppet show.
and that's how Pinocchio ends up at the theater. There are more changes, but let's stick it with these three. But we are not done with the topic of changes. That's why we move on to the second question. Are the changes because of today's zeitgeist? In the animation, Pinocchio smokes a cigar. In the live-action version, that scene doesn't exist. Instead, they only drink root beer. And if you don't know what root beer is, I'm here to educate you. Root beer is usually a non-alcoholic soda, very sweet. I don't know, I never drank it and we don't have it here in Germany, so... But there is another change, the donkey scene.
Donkey!
In the animation, Jiminy sees everything, even that one donkey can still talk.
And what might your name be?
Alexander.
In the live action, Jiminy sees a donkey with clothes being dragged away by this ghost-like figure with red eyes, and later he sees them being loaded up with an unlit firework as the clue that they used to be kids. And honestly, I don't know about you, but as a kid I would found this version way scarier than the animated one. But before we get to the plot, one more question. Are there new scenes? Easy answer, yes. Some new scenes are Jiminy being trapped in a glass jar, or Geppetto's search scenes. There are more, but they're tied to songs or belong in other sections. So let's move on to the plot. And the direct question, is the plot like in the animated film? Answer, kind of not. In the animation, Pinocchio dreams of being a real boy, and he actually becomes one. In the remake, he also dreams of it, but he doesn't become one, even though he proved himself.
People say he was transformed into an honest-to-goodness real boy. Did that actually happen? Who knows?
So, yeah, kind of not.
No.
The whole story in the animated film is if you dream, work hard, stay kind and brave. Your dream can come true. Like one said it. And the live action just says,
We don't know.
let's move on what Disney is known for. The music.
But it'll help if you just sing along.
Not all songs are included. The song Give a Little Whistle
When you get in trouble and you don't know right from wrong, give a little whistle. Give a little whistle.
isn't in the remake, but there are new songs. We get a Geppetto song, which I actually adore.
Just how it really was when he was here.
And even, I think, 2 villain songs.
Always want more. And real girls always like the real boys more.
That's pretty much it for songs, except for one awful new one from a new character. Let's move on to the characters and let's talk about the looks. Geppetto, no complaints, great casting. Pinocchio, his design bothers me, to be honest. I don't know what it is. The Blue Fairy? Oops. The Coachman, he looks different, but that's fine. Maybe because Luke Evans plays him and he was already amazing as Gaston.
You are the wildest, most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. Nobody deserves you.
Then we've got this little boy, nothing much to say. He turns into a donkey, so I don't really care. Let's move on to newer ones. And here we've got 1.5 plus a bird. A girl, her puppet, with a kind of weird mini love story between them. I don't know. And a seagull, who honestly feel like it wandered into the wrong movie.
See, just a little twirl here and a yank down, boy, oh like.
Were they necessary? No. Did Disney add them anyway? Yes. Costumes.
I'm not done with you yet.
Honestly, nothing bad to say. They look good.
Me neither.
Okay, I know favorite moments isn't really a comparison. That's why I picked just one per version. And we start with the animated movie. And I had to choose the scene where all the cuckoo clocks go crazy and Geppetto still checks the time.
I wonder what time it is.
And of course, in the remake, I had to take the moment where Pinocchio gets bonked on the head.
Oh, I just hit my boy in wood with a piece of wood.
I just love the scene so much, I don't know. On to the critique, a very important point, because in a live-action remake, you obviously can't just repeat the same criticism from the animated film. One critique back then was the alcohol and smoking scenes.
You smoke like me grandmother. Come on!
Which are no longer in the remake.
It's a tilted or something. Okay, so that's your chef.
Another one was the donkey transformation scene, and in the remake, they made it worse. Those creatures were way creepier than Huibu. Yes, Pleasure Island is a critique point, but you can't just cut it without breaking the plot. This isn't Snow White. Why? Can the 2022 version keep up with the animated classic? Sure, there are funny moments.
Oh, I just hit my boy in wood with a piece of wood.
Luke Evans is in it.
You are the wildest, most gorgeous thing I've ever seen.
Tom Hanks is in it.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Figaro gets yeeted. I'm sorry. But overall, no. The plot alone is proof enough. Though you can say both Pinocchio versions are like a mirror of Disney itself. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's start with the 1940 version. Dreams can come true, you just need courage and strength. And in the 2022 version, dreams might come true, but probably not, no matter how much courage you bring or strength. And that leaves me with a few questions. First question about the film itself.
Why?
Second question, Disney, what happened to you?
We don't know.
What can I say in conclusion? I think I said everything I wanted. But if you want more Pinocchio content, just watch my reviews. But before that, like this video and subscribe to my channel. And of course follow me on Insta to get Figaro content. I'm talking too much. So I say goodbye quickly. Have a wonderful day, week, night, morning, I don't know. And until next time, bye.
I'm not done with you yet. Me neither.
Aha!